On one hand, I'm very proud of this build, and I'm very happy to be showing it off today. But on the other hand, this is not the video that this build was supposed to be showcased in. There are many things that went wrong. So wrong, in fact, that it made me ask myself why I build in the first place. And up until this point, I had never really articulated that thought or discussed that with myself. So this is a first time for both of us. I've been working on this build for a really long time. It's been weeks now, actually. No, it might be. I don't want to say it. It's been months at this point where I have been not just building the build, but actually deciding what I'm going to do with it and how I'm going to show it off to the world. And I thought that honestly that was just in like a screenshot form. I would post it on my Twitter and maybe I would be happy. That never happened. I knew that I wanted to make a video about it, but my original intentions for this video was supposed to be a block-by-block tutorial build, a Minecraft block-by-block tutorial build. The format that has been recreated by thousands and thousands of people, I wanted to put my own spin on it. Let me tell you exactly why that didn't work. In order to describe myself, in order for you to understand, I would need to start at the beginning process of the build. After I decided that I did want to go ahead with trying my hand at making a tutorial build, I knew that I wanted the build to be as accessible as possible to as many different Minecraft players as possible. So people who play Bedrock could build it, and so could people who play Java. Whether you wanted to rebuild the build in creative or survival, it would be attainable for either of those options. So once I had that decided, and I knew that I wanted to build the Breath of the Wild stable because, I mean, look at it. That's amazing. One of the most iconic video game structures out there, and I love Breath of the Wild, and added bonus, it's a relevant topic here on YouTube with Tears of the Kingdom coming out soon. You excited? Because I'm excited. I have always loved Breath of the Wild. Building this made me appreciate Zelda on a whole nother level, like a whole new level. I had a copy of the game pulled up on my second monitor as I was building so that I could reference it precisely as I was making choices on each facet of the build, on each section of the build. I could just look at my game and then look at Minecraft and be like, yep, that's what I want to do. I'm gonna do that and see how it looks. And it turned out great, mostly, but we won't talk about that part yet. If I wanted the build to be accessible by a lot of different players, I could build it in 1.16.5 vanilla, which means that Java players could build it, people who play modded could build it, people who play Bedrock or Pocket Edition or whatever you do, you guys could build it, unless you were playing an earlier version of Minecraft. This choice to build in 1.16.5 came with its limitations, and those limitations mainly being I really wanted to build with mangrove wood, and I couldn't. But that in itself was a problem that I needed to solve creatively. I needed to come up with a different solution, a different block that I would use that would kind of give off the same or the similar effect. So these kinds of limitations on a build, they actually inspire creativity. And it's often, in the art world, you often get the advice, if you're going through a creative block, an art block, a building block for the sake of being relevant to Minecraft, then giving yourselves limitations, like working within a theme, or only working with certain colors, or staying in a specific version of Minecraft. Setting limits for yourself, and not just, oh, the world is my oyster, I can do whatever I want. Because Minecraft is a sandbox game, and that comes with near infinite possibility. You can do anything. You can literally do anything you want. And that can be paralyzing. That can be terrifying to the creative spirit. It's the fear of the blank page that many people always talk about. And you can make that page not blank by giving yourselves limitations. Isn't that amazing? The build itself started with my favorite part of the process, which is to do a small sketch beforehand. Not a real sketch. I'm not taking out a paper and pencil to do a Minecraft build, although I might do that in the future, maybe. And if you do that, that's not to say that you shouldn't do that. That sounds like a great idea and a very prolific use of your creative skills and talents. No, good on you. Good on you. But I did not do that. By a small sketch, I mean I built a small version of the big structure before starting anything. Back in art school, we called this my teachers called this a maquette. It's where you build a really small version of the big project so that you can kind of get a sense of what the final thing is going to look like. And this translates really well into Minecraft because part of the build process is playing. It's getting yourself excited about the different materials that you're using and the different levels of detail that you can put into the structure and how everything's gonna work together. And you can do that. Just grab a few blocks from the creative inventory and just start slapping them on the ground, honestly. Do it a little bit more methodical than that though. Usually for this part of the process, I'll do like a small section of the build. Like I'll build what a window would look like, or I'll build what the front door is going to look like, or the front porch. I see a lot of people start their builds like that naturally anyways, with like that little, with the entryway, because that's a good starting point. And it really gives you an idea of the potential of the rest of the build. It gets you excited about the potential of the rest of the build. And operating from a place of enthusiasm will carry you much farther than most emotions will. At least I find in my experience. Enjoyment where you're having fun with it, very, 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 very important. Very important. Now, use this technique with caution, because I did not. And I started my sketch and I was getting myself excited and I got too excited. And I started building more than just a sketch. And I started building the whole thing. Like I just jumped into it and I just kept going and I didn't stop. When I should have stopped, I completely missed a part in my process where I take some wool. Like I usually do it with wool. I take some wool and I slap down some big shapes really, really fast, like with World Edit or something like that. I line everything out. I lay everything out in big, big shapes so I can say, this is how build, or this is how build. This is how. No, this is how big everything's going to be. I'm going to make the roof this size, and all the walls together, they're going to be about this size. And you do this without thinking about detail at all. All you're doing is getting a sense for the scale of the final structure. Because if you don't, your structure ends up way too big. And your tutorial video ends up being 6 hours long. That's what got me. I finished the build and I rebuilt the whole thing using my finished build as like a blueprint, as a way to actually get the footage for the tutorial build that I would need to commentate on anything, like, oh, place 3 blocks here and place a pole of spruce wood here, and these details over there need to go here, and do the same thing on the other side, all that kind of stuff. I recorded everything. That's the second footage that you're seeing now, the footage that I would have used in the tutorial video, but that's not happening because the build ended up being huge. It ended up being way too big to fit with any of my original intentions. I wanted it to be survival friendly. This is not survival friendly. And I wanted it to be like a good tutorial at least. Can you imagine following a 6-hour long tutorial video? I can't. I wouldn't do that. That'd be crazy. I mean, I do encourage that, by the way. I do encourage a little bit of craziness every now and then, but that's just not it. That's not the right kind. No, very wrong. I only realized this way late in the process, when the build had already been completed. There was a time, actually, during the process when I was like, this interior is way, way too big. It doesn't even fit. Like the proportions, nothing fits. The vibes, they're not there. They're gone. There are no vibes here. There's no atmosphere. And the solution that I used to fix that should have told me everything I needed to know before I actually finished the thing. The interior of this structure right here that I'm looking at, and no spoilers, there is a smaller tent on the inside of this big tent that defines the shape and the space of the interior, which just uses a whole lot more blocks. Like hundreds more. This thing is already crazy huge to begin with. And I should have realized at that point that maybe my idea wouldn't work anymore. And I was honestly having a blast and everything was turning out well. I thought everything was turning out well. I couldn't see how long everything was taking me, which is a little bit discouraging. Because I do tend to work slowly. I don't mind spending a really long time on things, except when I need to be, like, productive for the sake of my YouTube, which I haven't posted to in a while. I am trying to get back into it. That's why I'm here. Right? Right? That's what we're doing? I hadn't planned things out a little bit better beforehand. I didn't realize that it would be so big and that it would take so long to rebuild everything. Like, even with ruthless editing, a 6-hour long video. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna get too hung up on that. I've already given up on the prospect. I am now letting this build be a space for me to talk about what on earth I'm doing with my life. Why do I do this? Why do I build? Why, after all these years, do I keep coming back to Minecraft? I can't let it go. I can't leave it alone. And I have an utter fascination and love for this game. I have a genuine love for this game and everything that it has to offer and anything that the community has to offer. I've been an active participant since I was very, very little, and I'm sure many of you are like that too. So the point is here to talk about specifically not just why I play Minecraft. There's a lot of reasons why I play Minecraft, but as a builder, my fascination for building, it sparks my curiosity. I want to go learn about architecture styles in real life. It makes me pay attention when I drive around my neighborhood, like the different houses that I pass by, like, oh, how would I do that window in Minecraft? Or how would I recreate that in Minecraft? What cities should I travel to? Where should I go to get more inspiration for Minecraft? And I should draw more. I should draw more buildings. I should practice drawing architecture so that I can get better at Minecraft. This is always where my brain is going, because that's how I interact with the world. That is my job here. That is to experience everything the world has to offer, and I experience it through observation, through recreation, through taking details from here and details from here and experiences from here and smushing them all together into one giant Minecraft build. And it's not just that either. There's so much more than just, because that's wonderful in itself, giving me the vessel or the tool that I use to interact with the different things that the world has to offer, but it also connects me to projects that I'm super passionate about. I have worked for several different teams now that have been doing equestrian related or horse related projects within Minecraft. Like right now I'm a builder with Swem, building maps and building terrain for their main server. And I've loved all my work with Swem, and I can't wait to do more of it in the future. But my building skills, I'm grateful for them connecting me to projects like that. It gives me a really unique point of view on everything. And I get to make things that I'm proud of for people that I'm proud of, and for a project and a community that I can be proud of. And I live for that. I think we all do. I think we like that sense of belonging, that sense of contributing to something. It's so nice to give to something that's not yourself. And as I was saying earlier, with Breath of the Wild, having my copy of the game up on my second monitor while building, it gave me a whole new appreciation for the level of detail that goes into that game. I saw things about this stable that I had never seen in the game before, ever, because I was now looking at it with every intention of recreating it in Minecraft. I had to look so close. I had to study the thing. And how many times have I said, or have people said, oh, I wish I could play Breath of the Wild for the first time. It was like playing Breath of the Wild for the first time again. That is invaluable. This is just in reference to the stable build. I could pull up a brand new Breath of the Wild save and go nuts and see so many more things in the world that I hadn't seen before. Art and, yes, Minecraft building as a type of art is the island where all of your interests meet. And that's yours. That is your island. That is a collection of literally everything you have ever experienced. Every TV show you've ever watched, every game, every book, every person you've ever met, the bowl of oatmeal you had in the morning, and the sleep that you got last night. It is everything. And taking that, making something, the act of making something means that it is then visible for other people to see. And the things in your salad are also in other people's salads. Wait, my metaphor. It's gone. Okay, hang on, hang on. I got something here. Okay, okay. When you make something out of all of your interests and all of your experiences, other people, when they eat that salad, they can be like, whoa, I really like this salad because I've made a salad just like this before. Wait, this isn't making any sense. I'm talking too much about salad. Art is the bridge between people. This build and me talking right now, this is a salad made out of Minecraft. It's made out of Breath of the Wild. It's made out of horses, and it's made out of art, and it's made out of me. And if any of those things pique your interest, you're probably here for at least one of those reasons. I can promise you that. And that interest that you and I share, it brings us together. And it is the reason why we're eating this salad right now. Why do I keep saying salad? Can I say something more exciting like soup? Or I'm driving myself crazy here. I should really, and honestly, I should just say a bridge. I should just say connection. It would make things a whole lot less confusing. It's the connection between us to celebrate something or a bunch of somethings that we both love. That is why I create at literally any opportunity that anybody gives me. I can't stop. I won't stop. And neither should you. Especially to my creative souls out there. You're doing amazing. Alright, I'll give you a quick chance to look at the final build. Because even though it's as big as a skyscraper, I still think that it deserves to be shared. So thank you for joining me today. And if you do like any of those things, Minecraft, building, horses, art, then I think you'd like the community here. I invite you to subscribe to the channel because there will be future videos. I promise. I'm coming back, guys.